Hi, I hope you're well. This video is part of my Pilates for Runners series, and this particular session is a short session specifically for when you've just been on a run and you just need to cool down, gently move your body, decompress, and then just get on with whatever you're doing with the rest of your day. So without further ado, we're going to come straight down to our backs, lying down with the feet planted. Feet and knees are a fist distance apart, and your heels, if you lift your head, are just within reach if you reach your fingertips forwards. You want your feet parallel, and just take a moment to get your pelvis heavy. So we want to feel the weight of your tailbone on the mat. Your hip bones, pubic bone are level. The back of your ribs are heavy in the mat as well. Arms are pressing down. Before doing anything, I just want you to bring awareness to your feet. So your big toe, little toe and heel are all pressing down equally, spreading the weight between them. We're going to keep that even weight now. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, press your lower back down into the mat. Curl your tailbone up to the ceiling. Now really stand into your feet as you start peeling your spine off one vertebra at a time. Keep pressing down into your arms. Think of lengthening your tailbone towards the ceiling so it's curling through and up. Breath in at the top. And then as you exhale, roll down from the top of your spine, through your mid-back, through your lower back, finding neutral at the bottom. We've got two more of these. Inhale to prepare, exhale, curling up. And really thinking about your feet. So if you feel like your toes are wiggling about, try and anchor them down. If you notice that you're rolling onto the outside of one foot, bring that weight back into the center. Inhale. And then exhale, rolling down. Take your time here. Keep curling your tailbone to the ceiling. On the way, finding that neutral at the bottom. We're going to stay at the top of the final one. Breath in. And then exhale to curl up. And I want you to focus on the pelvic tilt more than anything else. Your hamstrings, glutes, and inner thighs are working. But here, we're not focusing on height. In fact, reach your arms forward. Place your hands on top of your thighs. You want to have essentially a straight line from your shoulders to your knees. And then curl your tailbone even more. Let the ribs stay soft. Now place your arms back down to the sides of the body. You want to feel this sense of opening through the front of your hips. Now you're going to keep your pelvis still. As you inhale, you're going to press into the toes to lift your heels off the mat. And then you're going to exhale to slowly drive the heels back down. We're going to do that 4 more times. Inhale, lifting. Exhaling down. As you lift, think of the feet staying parallel, pressing into the big toes as well as the little toes, not letting the ankles roll out. 1 more. And lowering down. Take a breath in and then exhale to roll your spine down 1 vertebra at a time, curling the tailbone more as you come to the bottom, releasing into neutral. Lovely. Open your feet to mat width. And now you can open your arms wide to a T position. You can have your palms facing down or up. I like mine up because it gives a sense of opening through the chest. Take a moment to get the weight into the back of your ribs. As you inhale, rotate both legs over towards the right. I want you to try and keep your left hip as heavy as it can be, but focus on that left thigh reaching long away from you, trying to reach the left knee to the wall in front of you, away from the crown of the head. We're trying to open through the front of that left hip. And then as you exhale, lead with your waist, use your abdominals, your obliques to pull your legs back into the center. And then we go to the left, inhale, stretching through the front of that right thigh. Think of reaching your right knee away from the crown of your head. And then exhale, draw everything back in. We're going to do that 2 more times. And you can let the back arch a little. You want to feel like you're getting that decompression through the spine as well. As you exhale, bring it back into the center. It should feel like work to pull back in. We're not relying on momentum. We're going slowly. Exhaling back. 1 more each way. Emphasis on the length through the top thigh, reaching through the front of that hip, opening through the hip flexor, drawing back. Last one, to the left. And exhaling back. And then from here, just bring your feet back in. We're going to just very quickly do a figure 4 stretch. Cross your right foot over your left thigh. Bring your hands to the back of your left thigh. Pull that thigh towards you, but you are going to keep your tailbone heavy. So we're not letting the tailbone curl up off the mat. Use your right elbow to push into the inside of your right thigh. And then I want you to push the hands and left thigh into one another. Deepen that stretch. You're going to hold there for another 3 breaths, let's say. One more breath there. And then uncross. Recross the other way. So your left foot is, or your left leg is crossed over the right thigh, hands behind your right thigh. Left hip is opening out, and you want to get the sit bones as heavy as they can be. Pushing your left elbow in towards your left inner thigh. And then think of pulling your right thigh towards you as you push your tailbone down. Take another 2 or 3 breaths there. It's all about the back. The spine is what changes this. If you let your tailbone curl up, it won't feel anywhere near as deep in the glute. And then release. Okay, you're now going to turn onto your right side. Your bottom arm is long underneath you with your palm to the ceiling. You can rest your ear on that bottom arm. And then I want you to bend your bottom knee so that your knee is in front of your hip and the shin is in line with the front of your mat. So we've got a right angle in the knee joint. From there, reach your top arm overhead. Palms are facing one another. And I want you to breathe into your side body here. So as you inhale, stretch your top arm and top leg away from one another and let the top side of your waist lengthen. Breathe into it, big breath in. And then release. Okay, we're going to stay in this position. Your lower body's going to stay still. As you inhale, open your chest, reach your top arm behind you. It's going to circle around. Let your chest go. You're going to rest the back of your head on the mat. The back is resting on the mat if that feels good. Your arm circles back around to the side of the body. It sweeps forward. You restack. You find that start position. We're going to do that 2 more times. You inhale to open. So we're opening through the shoulder joint. We're opening through the chest. And you're also getting that opening through the front of the hip again. One more here. Getting that really nice rotation through the waist. Exhaling back. And again, hold for a moment. We're just going to take one more big breath into the side body, really stretch into that top leg. And then relax. Bend the top knee in, push the ground away to lift yourself up, swing your legs around to the other side, stretch them away. We're going to do the whole same thing on the second side. So first thing, just finding a long straight line, then bend the bottom knee in, anchor. The bottom knee leg is your support here. Stretch your top arm away, and then stretch your top arm and leg away from one another to really deepen that side body stretch. Big breath into the side of your waist. And exhale to release. Okay, next time we breathe in, we're opening. So you inhale to open the chest, sweep the top arm around, reach it behind you, let your eye line follow that hand, circle it back, reach up to the center. You've got 2 more. Inhale to open. Exhale, pulling back. Last one. Inhale. Keep bumping into the lampshade behind me. Exhale, sweeping back. And then again in the center, just stretch the top arm and leg away for a moment longer. Breathe into it. And release. Okay, push yourself up, and this time you bring yourself into a 4-point kneeling position. Your hands are going to be underneath your shoulders. Your knees will be underneath your hips. We want to be in a flat back position here, pressing into your fingertips as well as the wrist joint. So everything is spread, really spreading between the 5 fingers of each hand. Press into your shins and the tops of your feet. Draw your abdominals up. Take a breath in here. We've got a flat back here. And then as you exhale, Curl your tailbone forward, push into your hands to really deeply flex your spine. So it's like your abdominals are pulling up. Let your head and upper back respond to this rounding. Look towards your thighs. And then come into neutral, into that flat back position. As you inhale, stretch your chest forward, collarbones wide, trying to keep your lower back as stable as you can. And then we come into neutral. We're going to do that 2 more times each way. Exhale, flexing, rounding the back, pulling your abdominals up from the floor. And then into neutral. Inhale, extending. Chest comes forward, shoulders slide down your back. Into neutral. Last set of these. Exhale, rounding. Into neutral. Last time in that extension. Breastbone forward. And then you're back in your neutral spine. Staying in this 4-point kneeling position for a moment. Breathe in. And then we're going to stabilize the shoulders to step 1 foot at a time out into a plank. We're not staying there for very long, so don't worry. So just stretch. Really stretch through the back of the legs. Push the ground away with your shoulders. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then press your hips up to the ceiling. At the same time, try to reach your heels for the floor. And I want you to find a flat back here. And we're trying not to let the lower back arch. Think of widening the collarbones, creating space between your shoulder blades. Reaching into those heels. Big hamstring stretch and calf stretch here. Now stay here. As you inhale, I want you to lift your heels off the mat, keeping the spine in the same shape. As you exhale, you push the heels back down. And again, inhale to lift. Exhaling down. 3 more of these. Inhale. Exhaling down. 2 more. Exhale down. Strong in your shoulders. Last one, stay at the top. Now you're going to start to alternate the legs. So you push your left heel down, keeping the right foot flat, pointed, lifting up, switching sides. Lifting and switching. Lifting and switching. We're going to do another 3 sets of these. Trying to keep your upper body still. Trying not to let the pelvis rotate or work through the ankle. Last set. And then stretch up. Carefully lower both heels back down. Walk your hands to the center of your mat. Keep your head down. Walk your hands towards your feet. Drop the crown of your head to the floor and just let everything kind of hang for a moment. Let the knees soften. And then if you want, you can actually just let go, hold onto your elbows, just take a gentle rock side to side. And then when you're ready, reach your arms back down. I want you to lift your abdominals up to the point where you're just about touching the mat if you were lower. I want you to really think of your pelvis tilting down to the floor. Take a big breath in here. And then as you exhale, curl your tailbone down towards the floor as you lift up through your spine. 1 vertebra at a time. Head comes up last at the top. Excuse my hair. We're going to do 1 more full roll down to finish. Inhale. And exhale, rolling down, rounding through your back, let your knees soften on the way. Big breath in, breathe into the back of your ribs especially. And then exhale, curling back up, restacking your spine, opening your chest. My hair has gone crazy. And that's it, we are all done. And I hope that little bit of movement has just eased everything up and just created a bit more space in your body after you run. And I hope to see you in a session soon. Like I say, this is part of a series. There are other sessions that you can take that are all running focused.